So we are going to try this duck flower detox. Yeah, you see that? So I have tried this before, and unfortunately it did not work. So let's do this again. Now, the last time I tried it, I was eating extremely clean. I have been eating a little clean before this, but not 100%. So, and purposely, because I really want to see if maybe the fact that I was eating clean is the reason I didn't have any side effects or I didn't do anything. But I'm trying to cleanse as much as I can because number one, I'm having a lot of inflammation. If you can see, I have like a lot of puffiness going around my face and my eyes. And I just have a lot of cramping and a lot of different stuff going on within my body. And I just feel like my lymph nodes need to be cleansed. I feel like I need to detox. And so this is step one for me as far as getting that done. So let's see how this goes. I've been soaking this for a few hours and this is what it looks like. Yeah, y'all. Y'all, my mouth is getting full of saliva before I even take this thing. I'm worried because the last time I took it, I had no side effects. And so now I'm just kind of like, oh my God, like I really don't want to be throwing up all night long, but I do in a way, you know what I'm saying? So let's see. So you can chew it up or you can put it in a smoothie. So let's start with trying to chew some of this up. So I pull a little part. Oh, that's nasty. I'm trying to real good. It's like all the little nutrients. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna have to literally go blend this up because I don't think I can eat this straight. It is not what it is. So let's try to blend it. Okay, y'all, so let's try this again. So let me say this. I took the little piece, probably about not even 10 minutes ago. I already feel drainage in my nose, which I did feel the last time. I did feel more drainage. I felt kind of like water running, but I never got to the throw up kind of feeling. So he did blend it. Now I blended it with some pineapple and some mango because that's all I had. And y'all, I gotta be able to take this down. So let's see. Much better. Still very bitter, but bitter is really good. I think this one is way more bitter than the one that I had previous. So I really do feel like this one is going to work. I'm praying that it's going to work because I'm trying to purge myself of everything and start fresh and start over and start new. And I do believe that this is going to be the beginning of that whole basis. Whew, y'all. Super bitter. So what duck flower does is it's supposed to make sure that you detoxify all of the mucus out your system. So I'm supposed to throw up mucus for some hours, and it usually doesn't kick in for at least an hour and a half to 3 hours. So we'll see. I'm doing this overnight just because it's my choice. So it is now going on 11 p.m. So I took the first dose maybe about 10:35. Now, the one that I got did have 2 flowers in it. And so I only took one. And if I don't feel anything, then I'm going to take the other one tomorrow. Now, I do have the other one still soaking, so we'll just see. And if I do feel something, then I do plan on taking the other one in a few days, just to kind of not waste it. Or if my husband wants to take it, then I'll let him take it. Okay, y'all. I can feel drainage already. This stuff is really bitter. And I feel like you see this? This is why I don't like mixing stuff and doing all this. Which is why I didn't pour it into another cup, because I felt like I needed it to be in this cup. I didn't want to waste any more by putting it in another cup, and then whatever's left on the walls of the cup is going to be not used. It's not easy to take in or take down. I'm not gonna lie to you. And my nose is already running. I'm already feeling a lot of drainage going on. So, Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:47 p.m.
So it's 10:47. I'll check back in a little bit. Okay, guys, so I'm about an hour and a half in. It is midnight, and I've just been doing a lot of spitting up, but I haven't really had any issues. So, is this gonna work? I do feel like I keep having a burp. When I first took it, I did feel like a lot of sweating, but that's really kind of eased up. And like I said, I do feel like there's just something kind of sitting on my chest, but I haven't really had no need to throw up. Water, mouth is watery, but that's about it. I'll keep you updated. Okay, so we are 2 hours in. It is 12:30, and I'm still just full of saliva. That's it. Nothing crazy, nothing special. I mean, I kind of feel like something's going on inside of me, but not bad enough to the point where I feel like I can't deal, or I feel like I'm about to vomit yet. So let's see. I'll check back in a few hours or 30 minutes. We'll see. Okay, y'all, so let's go over this thing. So it is now 1:30 p.m. the next day. And let's just say that I woke up about 3:30 and started vomiting. And did that until about 7 o'clock this morning. Will I do it again? No. I don't like to throw up, and that was the worst feeling. In fact, my throat is just burning me because it was like a lot of dry heaving. It was something trying to come up. Lots of mucus. Chunks of mucus at first. Do I feel better? I feel like I got rid of some stuff. Physically better, not at this moment. I need some sleep. I need some rest. But overall better. I think with what I know that came up, I do feel like it did something. So I'm looking forward to how I'm gonna feel after I rest up and start adding some fruits back into my system. I'm not really sure. My throat is burning and hurting so much that I think I might just do some broth or something today. I'm not really sure, but it ain't for the faint of heart. Let's put it like that. Now, it wasn't just back to back. It was kind of like I would vomit and then probably about 10-15 minutes in between. Vomit again. 10-15 minutes in between. Vomit again. For about 3.5 hours straight. Any other type of detox? Well, I did urinate a lot. But right before I did, like, I wasn't really feeling anything at first, right? So for the first, I took it at 10 o'clock. And let's say about 10:30. And up until midnight, I hadn't really felt nothing. There was a lot of mucus coming up and just spitting a lot. And then I laid it down about 1 o'clock, because then I'm like, okay, it's been like 3 hours. This thing ain't gonna work like the other ones. Woke up out of my sleep at 3 o'clock, mouth just ready to go. And that's kind of where it started. Now, right before I went to bed, I did do some lymphatic massages. So I did do my lymphatic drainage just so that if I did remove a lot of stuff, then hopefully a lot of things would go through my lymphs and my pathways of detox would be open. So I did do that, and I honestly do think that that kind of helped a little bit to move some stuff around. But when I tell y'all that it was one of the worst feelings ever, I'm not lying. I'm not lying, but I needed it. So I'm excited to see how my symptoms are going to be, how my face is going to go down, the swelling. And my thing after this is lots of water. I am not drinking any water right now. Let me tell you why. Because I'm afraid to throw up again. So I know that when I was drinking water, as I was throwing up in the middle of those things, I felt like it made me need to throw up again. So I've sipped small sips of water. I've chewed on some ice to try to help my throat feel a little bit better. But honestly, I am taking my honey aid, and that has started kind of helping. And it helps detoxify the system, so I'm not complaining. But we'll see how this all pans out later and how I feel later on. I did it. I'm so glad it worked. I will not be doing it again. At least no time soon. It may be like a tattoo thing, right? You say you're not going to get tatted, and then your entire arm ends up getting tatted. So with that being said, at this moment, I don't plan on doing it again. But is it worth it? I do think it's worth it, especially for people who I know are eating really bad and really terrible. I do think that it's definitely worth it. And we'll talk about why later. I'll make a video about all the things that causes mucus into our system and causes our body to create mucus and build up mucus. And then we can kind of talk about why something like this is necessary if you can't get results in another way. So I am not showing y'all anything. I will somewhere in this video, maybe now, show you the stuff that came out of me. Viewer discretion advised. It is not cute. It does not look good. And at first it started out with more like real vomit. I had like some real vomit, and maybe that's because I ate a little earlier. I ate some salmon and baked potato because I knew that after this I'd be fasting and I wouldn't be eating anything else, so I wanted to get something in my system, kind of like a last meal kind of thing. And so I felt like I threw a lot of that up. After maybe about an hour and a half, then the throat became super bitter. I don't know what was worse. The fact that it was like so bitter coming out of my mouth, coming out of my throat. My mouth was just bitter, bitter, bitter. Again, I couldn't really take any water down, so I'm like gargling water and just trying to get that bitter taste out of my mouth, but my throat just tasted like straight bitter. And so about halfway through, then there was no color. It was all yellow. Before that, I had chunks of stuff coming out, so I don't really know what those things were. Now, when I say chunks of stuff, it really wasn't like a lot of food. At first, the first vomit, it had some stuff in it. But after that, it was mostly chunks of mucus, built up mucus. And the crazy thing is, like I said, when I first took it, I could feel all drainage just going down. And I could feel it. And even through my neck, I could feel the drainage. So it started to do its thing from the beginning. I don't know if I'm happy or sad, or a little bit of both, that it actually worked. Because I feel terrible physically. Throat hurts. Body's aching just from the dry heaving. My eyes are heavy because I'm tired, because I did not get to sleep. But I did like the fact that I took it in the middle of the night, because then I didn't have anybody worrying about me, hovering over me. I wasn't literally sick, so I didn't need somebody there making sure I was okay. I knew why I was throwing up. And Y'all, my family slept through it, and I was not quiet, I promise. But it's a great experience. Not one that I want anytime soon. So, hope that helped you guys. So, I am drinking some key lime water because I feel like crap. But, like, not my body, but physically, I feel like crap. I feel very tired. I feel like I have used a lot of energy. So I don't feel physically great, but like my body wise, it doesn't feel too bloated.